here at world-famous Malibu Surf Rider Beach for the 3rd Annual United Surfers Association Nose Riding Championships.
When you're in the pocket of the wave, when the wave's almost breaking and you're just floating out in the air on the nose, that's it. That's what you want, that's what you go for.
Nose riding competition is riding the tip for time.
And we all know that to get both feet up there, way up there on the nose, that's the ticket.
Riding the tip for time requires a graceful skill.
Like what longboarding's about, standing on the front 2 feet of your board.
The nose area on the surfboard is 24 inches back from the tip. When a competitor steps onto the tip area with both feet, a judge uses a stopwatch to record the accumulated tip time on a wave. Surfing visionary Tom Morey, whose most famous innovation is the Morey Boogie Board, started nose riding contests in 1965. Living legend John Peck, one of the 1965 competitors, describes that event.
First nose riding contest was there in Ventura, and invited anybody to see how they could make a board and stay on the nose as long as they possibly could. And came up with all kinds of strange contraptions.
These days, surfboards are hydrodynamically designed, made with stronger and lighter materials. There are 3 sections to surfboards: the nose, center, and tail.
You have to have some concave in the board, usually soft rails in the tail, good sized fins so you don't pop out.
Today's shapes incorporate traditional and computer-assisted designs to maximize tip time.
I've got the classic, it's the Steve Bigler Classic from 1966. And currently I'm riding a 910, medium weight. Definitely not lightweight, it's medium weight for that pendulum turn to swing up and walk through the turn to the nose.
To stay there for a long period of time when the wave is changing and getting steeper and getting, deeper, you gotta stay on the nose, it's hard.
Most contests are subjective judging, which is based on interpretation of style. The nose riding contest objective judging format is based on tip time.
I think it's a less contentious form of competition.
When you're clocking it, you get the actual time and the actual best surfer wins.
There are 4 competitors in each heat and 2 judges for each competitor. It's not necessary to have the biggest wave for nose riding, just the longest lineup, so you can position yourself to accumulate the longest amount of tip time. Malibu is world famous because of its wave. Rides can be over a minute long from the takeoff to the pier. This weekend, we're fortunate enough to get a southern hemisphere swell emanating from a storm off New Zealand. The storm is generating waves with up to 4 feet in height. The swell is wrapping around the point and machine-like waves are peeling down the beach. Perfect for nose riding. Check out the highlights from the early rounds of the competition. Here's Tanner Prairie and Mikey Gray taking off behind him. You can see Tanner Prairie trying to maneuver himself for this inside. Mikey's got a little bit bigger of a wave. Mikey's already in the zone. Tanner's in the zone right now. Mikey's getting more time. He's got a little bit better wave. Tanner's going to exit the wave here. Ben Samuel. He's another local Malibu junior men. Junior men's is 15 to 17 years old. Here he is, back up on the nose on the inside. It's a clean morning wave on Saturday. Really got to maneuver that board and set himself up. There he is on the inside. Got both feet up in the zone. Now he's had to move back to set himself up to get both of those feet over that line again. There's got a little 10. It's a little steep section. Oh, this is a nice wave for him. Here's Annie Seltzer getting ready to take a wait. Leah Dawson's got around her, got position, took the wave away, and she's setting up on the wall here. It's a steep section. This is where you want to be to rack time up. Rich looking one. Fading a turn up to the nose, across the inside section here in the curl. Getting some time. He's got to make it around this section. Getting the section from, it almost knocks him off the board. He sets himself back up. He's on the nose. Fins popping out. He's still on the nose. The clock stops as he goes over the back of the wave. CJ Nelson up on the outside, goes right to the nose. Back up there again. He switches stance, holding in there. Right in the curl, getting time, on the nose, holding position, maneuvering the board. Back up on the nose, hanging 10.
I had a few good scores this morning, 17s, and I think I had like 50-something accumulative seconds. It's really fun. It's really fun.
The best of the best in the finals will be coming up.
It's more like experimenting with these contests.
Tanner Prairie kicking off the Menahoonies finals. These guys have been surfing for 2 days for. This is the final floor of the Menahunis division. Here he is on the inside, trying to maneuver his board to get up there. Get a couple seconds ticking off on there. There he is in the zone. Mikey Gray, cutting back, set himself up for the inside section. Catches a rail. Here's Shane Elder on the outside. Backing off, trying to set himself up again. See if he can catch this inside section. Clock off a couple seconds here. It's been a long 2 days, and here they are in the finals, trying to get their rides in, get some seconds in here. Catches a rail. Tanner Perry on the outside. This is a nice wave. Up in the hook, on the nose, dragging his hand to keep in position there. Getting some good time on this wave. Staying in the zone there. The inside section again, cuts back. Up in the zone again. There he is, perched up on the nose, catches a rail. Mikey Gray fades a turn to set himself up. He's on the nose, coming across the hook here, perched on the nose, getting some good time. See if he can make that inside section. Gets around that little critical section there, cuts back, sets himself up again on the inside. Great balance. And he hangs heels, spins around, trying to stall the board. Catches a rail. Shane Elder on the outside. Nice fade turn, sets himself right up to the nose, coming across the inside section. Clean wave, section peeling in front of him, see if he can get around it to get some nose time again. In the Menahunis final, in second place, one of the younger competitors with an accumulated time of 24.79 seconds is Shane Elder. And this year's champion from Costa Mesa with an accumulated time of 45.32 seconds is Tanner Perry.
When I first started surfing, that's all I wanted to work towards, was just getting the nose ride, because I surfed at Malibu and all those guys were getting good nose rides and people were impressed with nose riding, so I just wanted to jump on it and learn how to nose ride good.
Here's Josh Samuel kicking off the junior men's final. A small glassy wave up to the nose, get some good time in the zone, on the clock. Back, turns it back to get on the nose again. See if he can keep from digging a rail. Oh, he's going to get another second or two on the inside. No, doesn't shape up. Tyler Warren on the outside. Tyler Warren on the nose on the inside, screaming across this little section here, clocking some time. The wave breaking in the background, that's Tony Silvani back there. Tyler Warren on the inside, off the lip, he's out of the wave. Tony's going across this section, see if he can make it around it. Get up into the hook so he can get back on. He's back on the nose, coming across the inside section, milking this wave for all he can. He's going, trying, holding in there, still clocking some seconds here. Oh, looks like he missed lunch because he just ate that rail. Josh Samuel on a little bit bigger wave on the outside. Cuts back, sets himself up again, see if he can get back in 2 feet into the zone. There he is. Balancing himself, arching back a little bit, steps back across the line, back in it. This is a great little wave for him. That inside section is getting mean. It's not letting people past it. Tony Silvani again. Tony Silvani came from North Carolina. Maneuvering to set himself up on the nose, both feet in the zone, coming across the section, holding it. He's back out of the zone, see if he can get up there again. His foot's right on the line, right on the inside there. He's in the zone. Look at that, both feet in the zone. That's where it counts. Tyler Warren on the outside, up in the zone. He's getting clocked here, coming across the inside section. Healing. Tide's changing these waves from earlier in the day. And now for the results of the junior men's finals. These guys surf great. These guys are the future of nose riding. Coming in second place with an accumulated time of 54.51 seconds is Tyler Warren. And the winner of the junior men's division with an accumulated time of 74.73 seconds, coming all the way out to the west coast from North Carolina, is Tony Silvani.
There's a whole pod of us, you know. all the nose riders always come to these contests, you know, hang out, nose ride.
Sunday afternoon, final four for the women. Anna Irons from Ventura, perched up on the nose. Beautiful little section here. See if she can make it around the whitewater, back up into a position. Waves quickening up a little bit here. Cut back, see if she can set herself up. Getting a couple more seconds on the nose across the inside section. Looks like there's a wave breaking in the background. Ends the wave right on the beach. Here's Skylar McFerrin. She's been surfing well both days. Hung in there all the way to the finals. Setting herself up again. Perfectly perched up there on the nose, real nice style. Little inside section wave, so you can get a couple more seconds here before the inside section closes out. Leah Dawson on a nice face here. Look at the wall forming in front of her. If she can get around that section, get up to the nose, she'll get some good time. She's got it. She's got it going. She's in the zone. Look at that, perfectly just hanging in the zone right there, stalling the board out to keep in the critical part of the wave. Clocking some good time here. Great balance. Board just hanging right in there where it should be. That's what Malibu's all about. That's a perfect little wave for this nose riding contest. See if she can get a couple more seconds on the inside. Mary Schwinn. Mary Schwinn was last year's winner in the finals again. This is her third time in the finals, up on the nose. Coming across a nice little wall. Oh, keeps her balance there. It's getting a little steep. Make this section on the inside and get around it and set herself up again. Up, little stall there, switch stance stall. Walks up to the nose, doesn't quite get in, there she's in. Leah Dawson on the outside, trying to set up her board for this inside section. Get around the section here. She's got to get past that white water, up into the face of the wave. She's on it, she's in. Hanging in there, hanging in the curl of the wave. She can cut back and set herself up again for a couple more seconds on the inside. There she is, she's in. Jana Irons, sister of Bruce and Andy Irons, setting up on the inside here. Perfect balance in the curl there. See what the inside wave will offer her. She's gonna have to cut back or stall. There she goes, stalls while she's in the section. Nice cut back. Mary Schwinn on a real tiny wave on the inside, but you can get time on these tiny waves. That's the one thing about longboards is you can ride all kinds of waves and see if she can make this section, turn it around, set herself up again. Oh no, she catches a rail. Skylar McFerrin on the outside peak. Setting up for the inside section, stalling the board in the hook. Oh, the wave passes her by. She's got to get out in front of that wave. Leah Dawson here, back up into the nose. She's really holding her own here. Really clocking some good time for these small waves. Clean little waves, that's one thing about Malibu. Even when it's small, it's perfect little peelers. And here's the results for the women's divisions. In fourth place, with an accumulated time of 29.74 seconds, who was last year's champion, is Mary Schwinn. In third place, accumulating a time of 41.01 seconds, coming down here from Ventura, is Jana Irons. In second place, coming all the way from the East Coast, with an accumulated time of 42.86 seconds, is Florida's Leah Dawson. And winning the women's division, this year's champion of the United Surfers Association Nose Riding Championships, with an accumulated time of 51.21 seconds, is a graceful and skillful Skylar McFerrin. Here he is, Steve Bigler in the Masters Division Final. Hitting it off on a great wave. Look at that, right up in the zone the whole way. Balancing with his hands in the air. Feet in the zone. He's clocking some great time there. Board's holding perfectly in the critical part of the wave. Mario Quiros, local Malibu surfer. Here's Mario Quiros on the outside. He's holding his hand in the crest of the wave to help him stall, to keep in position, to keep on the nose, and keep the board in the critical part of the wave. This is a long wave from the outside to the inside. He's using all he can to maintain the board in the zone so he can keep there on the nose with both feet. That's hanging 10. The inside section here, you get a few more seconds. He does a head dip to get out of the waves. Bobo Douglas on the outside, steps back, cuts back, set up for the inside section. He's up on the nose, perched on the nose, dragging his hand too. That's a maneuver here. He's up on the tip, backs off, steps back, gets his balance again, perfectly perched on the inside, clean little hook. Getting some good time here. Steve Bigler again, coming on the outside, headed to the inside section. Standing straight up on the nose, holding the nose, dropping down, steps back up into position for this inside little curl. Tide's making the waves bounce a little bit. Chris Schlickenmeyer coming across the face, steps right up to the nose. He's in the hook, holding. This is a good wave for him, holding in that section. Going to cut back to try to set up again. Just takes a step, steps up into the zone. Right in the critical part of the inside section here. The wave breaks down in front of him. And the finals for the Masters division, coming in 4th place with an accumulated time of 37.64, Steve Bigler. Congratulations, Steve. Thanks again. In 3rd place with a combined time of 45.19 seconds is Bobo Douglas. Coming in 2nd place, Malibu local, smooth surfer with a combined time of 54.99 seconds, Mario Quiros. And winning this division, another one of last year's finalists, and one of the greats of nose riding, with a combined time of 71.25 seconds, Chris Schlickenmeyer.
My generation, the new up-and-coming kids, they're like more into it, and the older guys are kind of fading out, and they're like not even into it anymore, and it's like we're just the only ones that are pushing it and just trying to make like a living out of it if we can.
Here's the start of the men's final. Chad Marshall going right up to the nose. Final 4 in the men's division. He's on the inside, hanging 10. That's great. Look at that, right in the hook, clocking some time. That's really hard to do. See if we can get some more across the inside section. This is a long nose ride. He's really racking some good time. Cuts back. We have CJ Nelson on the outside, right up on the nose. Trying to position himself again to get around that inside section, staying on the nose. He's back up in there. These guys are the best of the best here. Really getting some good rides. And we got Jai Lee on the outside. Jai Lee from Australia, came all the way here for this competition. Hooked on the inside there, right in there on the nose, getting good time, coming across this clean little section here. Cutting back, see if he can set himself up for a few more seconds on the inside. Wave holds up for him, he's back in the nose, hanging 10. Catches a rail, maybe gets more in this inside section. Let's see what happens if he can get around here. If there he gets another shot. Tyler Mitchell on the outside, perches right up on the nose, right off the bat, coming across the inside section. Waves holding up for him nicely. Balancing it, keeping it right there in the curl. Steps back across the line, see if he can set himself up again for a few more seconds on the inside. He's got it, back in the zone. Another little perch up there on the nose, and what's going to happen with this wave on the inside? On the outside, Jai Lee up to the nose. Set himself across this inside section here. Holding it for all he can. Trying to keep up with the wave, keep the board in the hook. See if he can make it around this section. There's Chad Marshall, local Malibu surfer. Get around this section here on the inside. He's trying to keep the board positioned in the top curl. He's on the nose. Jai Lee coming across the inside on the small clean wave. clocking some good time. Perfect Malibu little peelers, that's what this place is known for. Even on these small waves, they're machine-like waves. Give these guys a chance to get their feet up. Both feet up in the section on the inside. Look at this small little wave. That takes a lot of balance to hold that board in there. CJ Nelson in the background. Cuts back, sets the rail, gets up to the nose. He's in the zone. Look at this, both feet in the zone. He's hanging 10. He's controlling the board from the nose. Dance around, gets back up there, hanging 10 again. Perched right in there, clocking some great time. Keeping the board in the critical part of the wave. He's maneuvering the board from the nose. These guys are the best. They really know everything that you need to know about keeping the board right in the hook where it all counts. Milking it all the way to the end of the wave. Great display of talent. The men's finalists competed hard. Now we have the final results. In fourth place, accumulating a time of 44.31 seconds, Tyler Mitchell. In third place, accumulating a time of 62.51, the guy that came the longest way from Australia, Jai Lee. In second place, accumulating a time of 68.23 seconds, great surfer from up north, CJ Nelson. And winning the USA Nose Riding Championship, it's our very own Malibu local, Chad Marshall, with an amazing accumulated time of 75.17 seconds.